You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show. This is Mind the Gap. I'm one of your hosts, Darius, aka Little Tortilla Boy.
All right. And it's your boy TK, aka the Revolutionary Wolf from the Dreadhead Pirates. I am the captain. I drive the ship now.
Okay. You've been coming with some heat, but I'm gonna have to step up. Today we'll be talking about the word nigga and how we feel about it and how we use it in our community. So if you're not comfortable with us using the word nigga. You might want to go to the next video because we're gonna use it a lot. Nigga. But before we get into that, we got some business to handle. Make sure you follow us on social media at PODMTG on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Make sure you also check out our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Please subscribe to us on Patreon so you can receive bonus content, discounts on merch, and also we got some more stuff coming for you. And make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.
And to get shout outs.
Oh, and you get shout outs. So if you want to get your shout out on the show, make sure you subscribe. So, nigga. For me, it's a complex issue. Yeah. Because I'm both for and against it.
It's a Rubik's Cube, but all right.
Cause you know how I am with the word.
Yeah.
I personally don't like being called nigga by like anybody, but from people that look like me, and especially people I know, I understand it, so I don't take immediate offense to it.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, like I understand where it's coming from, but even like when I was little, somebody would come up with like nigga, like you, hey my nigga, you got the time? Like I'd be like, bro, I don't know you, dog. Like why you coming up to me like this? Like you familiar?
Yeah.
So I always had like that weird, energy with the word nigga, and sometimes I think like if I do have that weird energy, why do I use it at all?
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
I don't use it as much no more. As much no more. I haven't even realized it. I just don't use it no more. I try to use like other terms of endearment for other people. Well, for people, you know what I'm saying? What's up, brother? Or what's up, boss? What's up, chief?
Yeah.
What's up, king? How you doing?
Like
Stuff
when I
like
walk
that.
in, I'm like, what's going on, young man? Like, how you doing, sir?
Or I even try to use at times the Ethiopian term.
Niggas.
Yeah. And even that. But like I catch myself somebody doing something. Nigga, what you doing?
Yeah, that's generally because the only time I like really use the word is like if I'm amazed at how stupid or like something like, or if I'm just amazed in general and I'd be like nigga, like wow, that's crazy. Or somebody say something stupid, it's usually followed by more insults like you stupid ass nigga. Like,
but a lot of times, a lot of times I use it for anything else too. My nigga.
It's just the word is just so handy, and it can represent so many things.
But it represents even when in it's a cultural thing. You would say that in terms of like when I say that to somebody else, it's a recognition of your struggle, and it's a recognition of my struggle when you use it back to me, regardless of how I feel about it. That's how I feel. Is that like
a subconscious recognition?
It's almost.
I've never thought about it openly. I see that we may share the same experience.
Yeah.
It's kind of automatic.
It's automatic. Yeah. So when they use that term, it's letting me know that you're in a place for me. That's like when we was having that discussion, like, what's my man's name? The brain surgeon?
Ben Carson.
Like if he would use it, I would feel a way about it. Not saying he didn't go through no struggles, but I don't recognize it.
Right.
So therefore it's hard for me, and not saying that not saying because we're gonna take it the wrong way. Like, oh, you saying because he's a smart, doctor. It's like, nah, I know other doctors and other black doctors that we can talk in that way and they can say, and I don't feel no way. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, and the way you go about things that you have experienced. Mm-hmm. It's an easier discussion. And then it's like I know it's subconscious because when I hear somebody white say it,
then it's
like
it's okay.
Yeah, like I can feel the hairs on my neck raise.
Right. Because when it's somebody else black, you can at least, or they might have the same experience. But if somebody white, you definitely
don't understand.
You definitely don't understand.
Not even the least.
To use that word.
And I had somebody. I told you the story about what I'm saying. This person I ran into over the weekend that used the term. That she had it in her phone.
Yeah,
had it in her phone or something, and then she said it.
No, tell them how she had it in her phone and who it was towards.
Okay, so she had so this person had showed me something in their phone, and as they were showing me, a name popped up, and it's needless to say that this person was white. Well, both people in the situation was white, and she had this person saved in her phone as nigga across the street. So when I could asked her about it, she told me it was a joke. It doesn't mean anything, and she got it saved in the, and she said it. You know what I'm saying? In a crowd, in a room full of people. Well, not full of people, a room with people, a lot of people in it, enough people to hear it. She was like, this is what she say? Nigga from across the street. That's his name saved in my phone. So I was like,
guy that saved in her phone.
So then I asked, I could, go through the process of asking, like, why do you feel, first of all, why do you feel like it's okay? And why you think, well, I don't think it's a term that means this, and I don't think nobody should say it. This is what she's saying. I don't think nobody should say it.
She has it in her phone.
And I say, but you have it in your phone, and you also, not only did you have it in your phone, but you just said it.
Right.
And around people, I don't usually use the word nigga.
Right.
So I don't know why she felt comfortable with me to say that like that, but you know what I'm saying? She continues to go down the line. I don't think nobody should say it, and I explained to her, well, why it's a term and endowment for us and not for them. And then I expressed to her, said, well, she's like, why is it a different culture? Why are our culture different? We all Americans. And that's when I kind of I was like, like, and then the ignorance in this person's eyes, I was just like, yeah, you really believe it?
Yeah.
You were like, and the people don't get that, like, because we all Americans, like, we under one roof of one culture.
Don't all share the same experience.
And I expressed to her, like, I expressed to her, who's the majority in this world?
Yeah.
I mean, in the U.S. or in America, and she told me whites. Who's the minority? Blacks, Hispanics, and anybody else, right? I said, so how the culture is the same when usually in any time or in any period or in any land, the majority usually mistreats the minority. So that's the difference of culture there. And a culture that went through slavery and a culture that didn't go through slavery, that's the difference in cultures there.
Here's what I find interesting, because I think a lot of times when we use the word, we kind of dismiss the history of the word and we just focus on, we recognize each other's struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think, well, I kind of know why it's become popular. Like, why does everybody want to say nigga?
You talk about people outside our culture?
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's one word that we ask, just one word. One word. One word that we say, hey, man, don't say that around
I think it's just a lot. We just make things look cool, and a lot of times people can just feel too comfortable, and they just run with it. You give somebody an inch, you take 100 miles.
You get somebody some rope, they'll hang themselves in you.
Yeah.
Or think they're a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? It's one or the other.
It's just interesting to me how that whole thing works. Like,
but to that idea, this person that I'm talking about, this person thought that it shouldn't be said at all, and because she thought the cultures was all the same, all cultures are the same, she thought it was okay to say. So I don't think it's wrong to say.
I think she's just talking to her ass.
No. Hey, look at me. No, not at all. There.
I need to meet this person.
I promise you. I promise you, it was not that was not the case. So that's and it was honest, because remember I told you that later on I had another conversation with the white guy that was in there, and he also was lost on certain subjects, right. As far as black culture. He wasn't lost on that subject. He was just asking why, why is it? I know not to say it. I'm just asking why.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And he was like, okay, cool. But it comes down to people not knowing. I think it's people being comfortable and people not knowing, and people that want to be included. When people get excluded for something, the more somebody tell you can't do something, the more you want to do it. Mm-hmm. It comes down to stuff like that, or it comes down to
I think that's definitely part of it.
Come down to
I think it's part of it. It's a catchy word. I'm gonna give them that. It's catchy. It's catchy. We use it profusely in our culture. Yeah. And a large part of hip hop industry is white people that's consuming this music, and they listening to it, and they want to say it, and they want to be a part of it, and they think just because you listen to the music, you dress a certain way, that automatically gives you a pass.
No, it doesn't. I always tell people a lot of times, man, no matter you can no matter what it is that you go through life, or no matter it'll never be the same. No matter what the oppression it is, whether it be gender or whether it be some other race or something. Your pain is your pain, and this is our pain.
So with that said, when we extend the privilege of saying this word, to our, you know, like
To
Latino,
other,
like
oh,
Latin brothers and sisters. Like basically, the closer you get to black, the more of a pass you have to say it. So if it'll never be exactly the same, why do you think we give, you know, like our Latin brothers and sisters like a pass and all that?
because in America, though the whole struggle is not the same. The struggle of today is kind of the same. You still get looked at like, I think it comes down to like the ideal of black and brown, especially when it comes down to black and brown. We kind of viewed the same. We viewed as like criminals, or we viewed as, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to the white America.
Mm-hmm.
We looked at it as different. Because even Asians, even though they look as different, they're still more accepted than us.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go through like the kind of like, you know, pull over, can you step out the car, please?
Yeah.
And not only that, when it comes down to certain things, as far as like culturally, when it comes down to whether it be like cooking or certain like family ties or understanding, it's closely the same, even though it's a lot of differences there. And the struggles, like I say, like we went through, is there, but they are closer than any other race, or closer than anybody else, and it's more accepted to them because the struggle and the lifestyle is closer.
So in that case, even though it's not exactly the same, it's close enough to where we feel
It's accepted.
Mm.
It's acceptable. And it was never used in a way, and it was also, as I say, it was never used in a way to belittle us
by them.
Or viewed as like
I
that.
I can get behind that because I know the struggles aren't exactly the same. But what was I about to say? My mind just went blank.
That's fine, man. It goes like that, man. I'm about to say, but because they have been also excluded. Go back to where you came from.
Right.
You're not accepted
Right.
here. Or, you know what I'm saying, we don't view you as the same, oh, you're a criminal. Just like when he was talking about how, like Trump was talking about, you know, it's a handful of them good. It's like, they ain't not, no, a lot of us is good. It's more good of us than it is bad. Just the bad, like, again, the bad make the most noise. Or like us, y'all are super predators. Or like black on black crime. Or y'all do this or y'all
put in
do
the
that.
same box.
Yeah, and when it comes down like that, when it comes down to, it's kind of how other people view us.
So where do you think we should draw the cutoff of who can say? Is it just us and them?
Well, you know how I feel. Hey,
Middle Eastern people, do they get get a few in there? Chinese people, Asians.
And you know how I am, and this is the only time, one of the few times where I believe in tones.
Mm.
Like it's tones, the way you say it, and how you coming off with it. You know what I mean?
Me personally, the closer you get to black, the more
acceptable it is.
I
agree.
If you Asian, I give you 2. You Middle Eastern, you can get like 5.
You get 5.
I had beef with the British.
5, yeah, I give it to you.
You know, Latin people, you can almost get unlimited. But even with Latin people, because I think a part of the Latin community is a lot of times they'll disassociate themselves with us.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we have similar history and stuff, a lot of Latin people like quick to be like, "Nah, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not a part of the struggle." It's right there that it gets kind of like okay,
it gets
iffy. Like okay, with it, you don't want to be part of the struggle, then don't come around me, nigga this, nigga that.
Yeah, but I think that comes down to again where tones at,
Yeah.
how is it being spoken.
I think it's weird because that makes it like a case by case basis. Like I just can't, if you Latin, I just can't assume that you with the struggle because you walk up to me. Like,
But I also go with, you know what I'm saying, you may be excluded, but your struggle, you still go through struggles that, you know what I'm saying, that are similar to ours.
depending on like if you like, because there are different types of like Hispanics. You know, like the
Most
white
definitely.
Hispanics, they quick to
Yeah.
be like, nah, we are not from African descent and all this stuff.
Well, I'll say this, and this is where I'm at with it. You can say whatever you want to, but in the area of where you at, there may be consequences.
Yeah, like, you know, those white people or, you know, other people would be like, well, my homies say I can say it, you know, so I thought it was cool. I ain't your homie. Like, you don't know me like that.
I ain't your homie.
To be coming around here.
That's what a guy at my job was saying. He was saying his brother, because he's from Alabama, he was saying like his brother, where they're from, they say stuff like that. And I'd be like, okay, that's cool or whatever. Don't say it around me. I'm cool. I'm cool. I mean, that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? Just don't say it around me. It's not a term in doing it coming from.
To me,
from
that's
stuff
like for me, if I hear a white person say nigga, like I don't want to have to, like I don't know what to do in that situation because I'm not gonna go out my way to fight this person. Like if they not talking to me, like if a motherfucker just using like the word nigga profusely, like what do I do? What do we do in this situation? Do we check them or do we like, Like I ain't like.
So what would you do in that situation?
If he's not talking to me, I'll be like, what you doing, my man? But I'm not gonna like go out my way to fight somebody.
That was a dude.
Over a word.
That was a dude. Oh my goodness, I don't remember the date, but I want to say it was this within the last month or so. This dude, he was taking a photograph with some kids. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he
Spanish kids.
They were Spanish?
They were Spanish.
Ooh-wee.
This is what I be talking about. And he was like, why you saying that? Don't say
that around me.
And then
they shot him 9 times.
So it's like, cause you like Latin don't, it get kind of iffy.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just don't know.
They go back to what I just said. You say what you want. but know your surroundings.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it comes down to. Like me, I don't know. It depends on the situation and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you know me, I don't get too offended by words. Like words really don't come like really bother me. You know what I'm saying? Situations or whatever. But when it comes down to like belittle me, it may be something else.
That's what confuses me a lot of times. Like a lot of times I hear people have these conversations. Like a lot of, I see a lot of entertainers being interviewed and they use the word, they black and they use the word nigga profusely and they'll be like, somebody asks them, why do you use this word? And be like, words only have power if you give them power. You know what I'm saying? It's a term of endearment, which I understand. But then, like if they say, white person call you nigga, of course it's meant in a different way, but it's the same word. It's got, now all of a sudden it has power to make you react a certain way.
Yeah, because it's a like I said, like, you know, like I say, words really don't bother me unless it's now I don't like belittling of nobody. You know, I don't like that. I don't like you to belittle anybody. I understand jokes, like it's turn like, but if you really trying to like belittle somebody, then I don't like that. So if you're using that term to me to belittle me or who I am or my kind.
So what are they not even talking to us? And it's just like a couple white people. They're like, nigga,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna feel some type of way. I don't know why I'm like that. When I hear it, like I done heard people like white people say it, and I feel some type of way, and I don't know. There's no.
In my
there's
mind,
no way.
It doesn't offend me. It triggers me because I'm
like. It triggers me like
the audacity.
It's like that. It's like, bro, like what are you doing over there? It's making me want to look. But it's not like a real like, and that's why I understand how other people feel when they get upset and angry. Because like you gotta understand, like we try to be as like understanding as possible and try to see all angles. Some people not like this. This is what I believe. This is my moral ground. This is what I stand on, right or wrong. So when they hear somebody say that and it's instant anger and they go towards that person that to confront them, I completely understand.
Right.
I don't in that situation I don't know who's right because even if I try not to be offended, I'm automatically offended.
Right.
There's no. I don't even try. I mean, I even try, like, I try not to be offended. And then when I hear, I'm like, oh, man. That hit me somewhere. They hit me somewhere in my soul to where I feel some type of way. It's like, damn, when that shit comes out. I was like, man, can you not use that around me, man?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Don't say that no more.
You remember, excuse me a little bit. You remember the NCAAP, they had that, they had a march to like bury the word nigga. They had a casket and everything. They was carrying down the street. You remember that?
Definitely don't remember that.
Yeah, NCAA is like we done with the word. Cause I think it's interesting like why we just never like went with that trend to like just call each other something else as a term of endearment. Like how we moved through the civil rights movement, we didn't want to be associated with the word nigga because we weren't ignorant. We were trying to be something. We went from Negro, then we went to people of color. And then we was like, nah, call me my brother, you my sister. And then we kind of just circle all the way back to from African American to like.
But we use all that though. I know I do. You hear me say brother, sister, Negro. I use all that.
Slide that nigga on up in there.
Yeah, I slide nigga in there. Yeah, I slide that in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I still use all those terms. Those terms are not, but a lot of terms I use other terms too though. So any term that I feel that is empowerment or what I'm saying. It's catchy for that moment, like, nigga, do better. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Like, nigga, what you doing, man? Like, yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, my overall resolve with the word is basically, I really don't use it to address people unless it's kind of like in a negative way, like we were saying. Or I just use it as like an exclamation point, like as a reaction to something. Like, nigga, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So, that's my use of the word. Just don't. Disrespect me with a word. If I ask you to stop,
just stop.
Don't, then
whatever comes next comes next.
But I'm not the arbiter of the word. I can't tell who to say it or not to say it, but I'm just saying be careful
with what you said.
Where you say it.
Cause I'm like, you say whatever you want to say. I
always
honestly,
I think there are certain situations like you in a movie like Brad Pitt in 12 Years a Slave. I expected him to say nigga. It's a movie. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of those realms of like entertainment, I don't really understand.
But when you watched 12 Years a Slave,
yeah,
and when he said it, how did you feel? When he said it,
I felt some kind of way because he was especially back then. It was during then. Like,
and even if you watch it now, knowing that it's coming, do you still feel some type of way when he said it?
Yeah,
I find that was one of them emotional things that like touched me, and I'd be like, I don't know how to defend myself against that. I just said that, I just back up. Don't say this. Don't just keep that to yourself. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. I say, hey man, say whatever you want to say. I tell people that all the time that nobody should restrict you of your speech, but be careful where you're at and who you're around when you say certain things, because there could be consequences behind it.
Hard consequences. Anything else you want to add?
That's why I met with it.
Right. So share your thoughts with us. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel. Make sure you share with a couple friends. Also, make sure you follow us on social media at PODMTG. And Bob been rubbing my nose hard.
I be trying not to do this now so nobody think that we got a coke problem or something. Like, I just do this. I like, nah, I ain't touching my nose. But I got like hairs in my nose, and when I talk and I breathe, they move. So I try to like move them back.
Real cool.
Yeah. Nah, like I got coke problems. So now it'll just itch. Forget it.
PODMTG on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you check out our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and also make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon so you can get access to more bonus content, discounts on merch, and we have some other stuff going on.
And a shout out and just to support us. We'll appreciate it.
Make sure you stay in contact with us. Challenge us.
The more support we get, the better we'll do. And the more contact we'll get.
Man.
Yeah, tips. We need tips now. We ain't perfect now.
Right. We close.
Yeah.
But we not there yet.
Nah, not at all.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
Sign off.
Mind the gaps.
We just gonna say goodbye.
No, man, that's weak, man. Mind the gaps.
Gaps.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them.
All right. One love.